If one day I wake up with the ability to shapeshift, I'm shapeshifting into a woman and get my back blown up by every man in a 5-mile radius. I have always said this, but I'll never judge a woman who has started her OnlyFans, because if I was a 10 out of 10 body, I would do the exact same thing, because that is an easy money glitch right then and there. So I already made up my mind. If I wake up with the ability to shapeshift, I'm starting the #1 OnlyFans website ever. On top of that, I open up a PayPal by taking personal requests. If you don't like black women, over know black women easily top 3 most attractive women on this planet. But if you don't like black women, welcome to Snow Bunny Heaven. If you don't like snow bunnies, welcome to Big Booty Latinas, and so on. If you like them older, like a real man of culture, I will turn into your personal dream MILF, or GILF if you really like them older. When I say I'm doing everything, I'm doing everything. BBC, BBW, chicks with dicks. Hell, I'm going back to one of my old classmates' fetishes, and I'm turning into a fat old woman. Yes, this is something I found on his fucking phone. So yeah, I'm turning into a fat old woman and getting my back blown up by an old ass man. Again, this is something I found on his fucking phone. You're wondering what this actually had to do with the actual topic of the video? Absolutely nothing. Just live with that information in your head now. Moijan Brother commented, and the two parts of this comment that we want to focus on is the second line right here and the bottom line right here. So starting off with the second line first. While yes, Daniel does know how to go into UI, he doesn't know the feeling of what UI actually feels like, what it feels like to actually control with what you're doing. While yes, he does retain the ability to go into it and come out of it at will, he doesn't actually know how to control his UI, nor what it feels like to control it. Because it's made abundantly clear right here that Daniel is still conscious here, but yet his body still moved automatically and he had no idea what happened because he has never experienced something like this before. Much better and much simpler way to put this is just think of Daniel can go to sleep and wake up whenever he wants, but when he is asleep, he doesn't know what his body is doing. That is all. We also see this in vice versa with Gunn, because Gunn is so used to being in UI since he was born in it. He doesn't actually know what the feeling of being unconscious in UI feels like, which is why he wakes up confused and doesn't know what's going on when he's fighting Daniel. So yeah, Daniel knows what it's like to be asleep in UI, but he doesn't know what it feels like to be awake and be in UI at the same time. Now, time for my favorite part of this comment being the final line here. And I'm just going to read out this line for you. My next point is that a part is something that takes all of you into consideration. Daniel's UI is just a part of him. Sure, your part doesn't always include every aspect of you, but it's always the best option for that person to reach their full potential, and I do believe that's unlocking UI for Daniel. If you don't believe that's going to be Daniel's part, that's fine, but the actual final paragraph proves my point more. This is how PTJ would explain how UI actually works. It's just those who are going unconscious mode, they do what the body remembers. So the body does what it remembers at 100%. Unconscious mode brings back the body's memories and experiences of what the body did before. UI is at its core everything that Daniel is, just at its best. Because if Daniel doesn't have the experiences, he doesn't have the actual memories and everything that makes Daniel, it basically makes his UI useless. And we see this time and time on display. Shingen, a brute strength animalistic fighter, so when he goes into his true UI, he fights with brute strength and like an animal. But because Gunn is more of a martial artist, when he goes through UI, although he's known to be rough and more brute strength reliant, he still utilizes martial arts. But Daniel is a strategist. He always thinks of the best way to beat his opponents, the best way to outmaneuver his opponents. So his UI manifests as that. A highly efficient machine that only cares about efficiency. It only cares about winning in the best possible outcome that it can. Just to clarify, I do not believe Daniel's part is going to be him getting control of his UI. I believe it's going to manifest itself through his UI. Because the copy is used to gain experience, his UI is the talent using his experience to the best of his abilities. Yeah, so that's the end of the video, so make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Text that girl and tell her you like her, even though she's going to reject you, and pray that I don't get superpowers.